Hello and welcome to BBdawns Astrology Update for the month of May 2021. And we're going to start right on May 3rd when Mercury moves into Gemini. Mercury's right at home in Gemini, and it is the planet that rules travel, thought, and communication. So when Mercury moves into Gemini, we really have a lot of mental agility that takes place. There's a lot of assertive communication, direct, get your point across. But it's a good start to really practice active listening, because Gemini is kind of like, you think you know everything, like you know a lot about a little bit. So it's a good idea to kind of just listen to what people are saying and, work on it. But everything is very cerebral. We're like inhibiting these mental planes. And it's a really good time to study a new language, take a trip somewhere, kind of enrich yourself just with your surroundings. And let me get my notes. Gemini is sort of a surface view. So yeah, go deeper. But it's a good time for public speaking and debating. And it's just a generally jovial position. And then we have Venus also moving into the sign of the Twins on March 8th, or May 8th, excuse me. And that's kind of about tolerance and flirtation. And it's really about an intellectually stimulating connection. Venus is the planet that rules like beauty, love, and just aesthetic beauty. But yeah, it's a good time to intellectually connect with others. It's a really whimsical placement. And it's kind of like your individuality is shining. So you might be on different pages with like your lovers or your close friends. So it's a good time to try to plan to do something fun together so you can be on the same page for a second. Then, you can go off and do your own thing. But something that's good about Gemini and Venus, it's a really witty, charming, funny, and flirtatious sign. And I would expect a lot of that this month. And it's good because you're going to have trouble like kind of connecting emotionally to people. So it really lightens it up when you're in this witty kind of vibe. But it's also recommended to not really spend money on frivolous things. Patience is definitely the virtue that we're talking about when it comes to Venus and Gemini. On May 13th, Jupiter enters watery Pisces. Jupiter is the planet of good luck, the great benefic. It highlights a lot of success and generosity, and it's taken a deep dive into emotional Pisces. And here, intuition, intensity, and mysticism is on full blast, and I would expect meaningful moments and synchronicities galore. Like, you're gonna get signs from up above. And you'll feel connected to something bigger. Your emotional self is going to guide you to success, so listen to your gut. But be careful if you're responding to things in a trauma response. Don't really have like a clear mind and a clear heart when you're making these decisions, and you know when you feel it, but you also have to know when you're reacting to something that's out of trauma or out of, your past experiences. And that would create some kind of cloudy water in this like ocean of success and possibilities. It's a very imaginative placement and works best when we're serving the greater good. So like humanitarianism, it's like, I love this. Like, don't be selfish and you're gonna be great. On May 19th, Venus in Gemini, trine Saturn in Aquarius. A trine is when two planets are 120 degrees apart, and this is a really harmonious aspect. So some of the key words with this trine is wisdom, patience, maturity, and just success. I would say it is a super beneficial aspect, especially with all of the, mental activity happening within Gemini. So Saturn used to be at home in Aquarius before Uranus was discovered. And the free-loving rebel that Aquarius is found its home in Uranus. But Saturn is traditionally the planet of structure, maturity, and determination. And now it's residing in the airy Aquarius. That's the big age of Aquarius that people were talking about that happened earlier this year. Because it took a long ass time for Aquarius in Saturn to move. It was in Capricorn before that, a really kind of staunchy sign, but not staunchy. It's just a hardworking. I'm a Libra, so of course I think that anything that's serious is staunchy, but it's a good sign. It's having a blast talking to Venus in Airy Gemini. There's a lot of great mental agility and deep, meaningful tasks. I would even say that there's a lot of